Cleveland's breaking news leader.
Plan your day with the 19 First Alert Weather Team, Cleveland's most accurate.
Can you read to me the nameplate?
Judge Ebony K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Fair everywhere. Cleveland's #1 news at noon starts now.
Today, we light a new fire, a fire that burns even brighter in the name of progress, in the name of impact, and in the name of development.
That's the CEO of the Cavs, and it is a new era for Cleveland. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brian Duffy, in for Nicole Versansky today. Just minutes ago, the Cavs and the city kicked off groundbreaking for its new practice facility, state-of-the-art facility, right along the Cuyahoga Riverfront. And boy, do we need that developed. 19's Noel Williams live there with a look. Noel, this is a major project.
Yeah, as you said, Brian, certainly this is a new era, and I would say this was certainly an elaborate groundbreaking as the move from Independence to here along the shore of the Cuyahoga River begins for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And many people, including city officials, Cav leaders, and Cav players were here to celebrate. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland Clinic, and Bedrock Real Estate hosted a special groundbreaking ceremony for the Cleveland Clinic Global Peak Performance Center. It's a new elite performance training facility located in the heart of the Cuyahoga Riverfront. The goal is to serve as a new home for the Cavaliers and the first Cleveland Clinic-backed professional facility open to the public, offering medical care to professional and local athletes. This is a $3.5 billion development plan and the first development of the Cuyahoga Riverfront Master Plan from Bedrock, a real estate investment firm. Many are excited about what this means for the city. Here's a look at the moments of the groundbreaking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Well, during today's event, leaders with the Cavaliers also shared that they are extending their partnership, their now 25-year partnership with the Cleveland Clinic. Now, as far as the center, it could take at least 2 or 3 years to build, which means the center won't be up until 2027 or 2028. Reporting at the Cuyahoga Riverfront, Noel Williams, 19 News.